What up? I'm back. It's October. My lights are acting weird, bro. October 26th. Dude, today was, man. Like on days like this and yesterday, man. They're so beautiful. And it's like any day of my life involves doing what I want to do, I guess. Dude, it's just so fun. It's just no telling who I meet, no telling who I talk to, no telling who I can help or lift up or just be positive with. Like, that's what makes me happy, man. And then I get to do that all day. And then at some point in time, I know I get to go home and do what I do in the world for me. You know, give them an ear to listen to. Give them, I see you. I feel you. What are you doing? That's cool. You're gonna do great. You're gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. So then I get to come home and do the same thing, man. And I get to do it for me. And then definitely I get to do it for my muse. I keep watching myself, and there's no denying it. I'm the one that's doing it. Even though I'm freely allowing my body to just do what it wants to do. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not forcing a thing. And I watch myself because I'm like, I want to make sure I'm not forcing anything, and I'm not. And it naturally comes out in the movements of my hands. And people will be like, well, Cody, you're in control of your hands. I'm like, yeah, I am. But that action is not like this. I'm not moving it. I'm not up, down, left, right. No. I'm just allowing what is me to do what it is. Like with no thought. When you watch how fast I do it, there's no thought. It's all feeling. It's all feeling. And there's stuff in it, a lot. You know, and I can't in words describe what I'm putting in my art. I can't. I know what the feeling is. And it just feels right. And I agree with it. I don't know why. It's coming from me, and I just gotta own it. Whatever it is, whatever comes out. It sucks. It doesn't suck, really. I do what I have to do for myself, and then if I take an outward perception, like from someone outside of me, then yeah, I'm like, dude, this sucks. Because then I get filled with all those same emotions, you know, like they're not good enough, or this is too much, or I'm being crazy, I'm too much. I'm loud, I'm crossing lines, I'm taking stands, I'm whatever. Like in all reality, like I don't pick any sides, literally. However, it's like I know the difference between when people are trying and when people are not. And I feel bad. I feel bad because my emotions run. And it's not, they don't run away, I'm so stoic sometimes. It's like, I catch myself having to apologize to people because it's like, I don't know if you understand. I don't know if you really understand the totality of a lot of things. Because I look at myself and I'm like, I'm so stoic sometimes. It's like I just have to rise above the situation. Because there has to be at least one steady-headed, emotionless human being to make a logical decision. While understanding the emotions behind it. Because the emotions force the actions. Though if someone's emotions are over exaggerated or what, based on their experience, it's not over exaggerated, it's theirs. But from my point of view, and like I said, I have to understand the reasons behind all these things, and communication is key, man. You can just come out and be stoic, and hopefully no one's emotion gets up. And I hate it, and that's what I'm saying. I don't hate it, I love it, the nature that I have, but a lot of times when you step into a dominant, stoic, emotionless, like my masculine, when I step into my masculine, I feel so bad, because it's like I'm trying to be as gentle as I can, but that gentleness is very stern, and I don't know how to soften it up anymore, because you gotta have that sternness, because you can't have any doubt that what I'm saying is misconstrued in another way. So I say it straightforward, to the point, and I repeat it multiple times in the same emotion, in the same cadence, everything. Like, this is it. More likely I'll repeat it 3 times within a situation with time in between, and I'm programming you to accept the fact that what I'm saying is what I'm saying. I'm giving you, it's not programming you, but I'm just 3 times is enough for you to take it up and to really feel the emotions or the lack thereof, or just the sternness of it, the realness of it, the no cloudiness of it. Because I understand emotions are cloudy, and so when I speak, I want you to be able to take in my emotions or my statements clean, where there's no misunderstanding of what I'm saying. And it's not meant to hurt you. I'm just being honest. If you take it that way, I'm sorry, it sucks. And that's why I do it the way I do, because it has to get the point across with least amount of damage. And I know my voice is damaged. My voice is a sword. I cut like a knife, and I know this. So this is why I choose to do it the way that I do. Because I have to have some type of sternness in me, father issue, like fatherish to an employee or a son, or just some type of authority. I don't like authority. I'm not saying authority. I'm just standing in my authority of myself. But when I do that, I stand, for some reason, above people. For some reason, it's you guys are all there. Like, well, I mean, it's weird. I can't explain it technically, because it will always be like that forever, for all of existence itself. But that's beside the point. You don't understand that. But it's the way the dice is rolled, man. It's just the way the dice are rolled for y'all. Well, I wasn't in that dice roll. I wasn't in that dice roll. I was the dice. So, but today was cool, man, and it's so, like I said, dude, I still want to help people so much, and me being me throughout the day, like, I'm learning the balance within that. I gotta figure out the work thing, because I can't waste time. It's a time waster for me. So it's like only in the stuff that I'm doing right now for somebody, it's like, that's not a waste of time. I gotta help them, and equal give and take. You know, I gotta help them, but I still gotta make money in the process a little bit. You know, because my time is worth everything. So right now I'm getting, 0.00006% of my worth, and it's like, that's fine, but this is the last one. Like, this is the last one, and I'll finish it, and it's fine. I'm not, it's not a big deal. This is the last one. Like, I can't I just can't. It's not worth it to me. Like, it's, if I stay in what I'm doing now, I'm just gonna be less than forever. And just because, like, even if I'm making good money, it doesn't matter. Like, it's still less than forever. And you think, whatever. People will kind of take this and I'm comparing myself to somebody, but like, it's like you have to leave what you were and become something new, and that's what these tattoos are today. I got Magnificent Rebel on my right hand, on my right arm, and on my left, which is my pride hand and my power hand, I am me, IVEA. It is many names, many things. It's all many of a lot of things, and it's so cool, man. It's so cool, man. It's just meant to be there, dude. Like, it's just meant. And I was thinking about it today. I was like, man, once my mom passed, I was like, I just got a ton of tattoos. And then I thought about it this morning too. I was like, I think when I took a shower, I was like, yeah, I'm getting tattoos today. And I thought about my 4-leaf clovers, and I got them done at the same time on both arms. And then I don't know, it's weird. It's like, and then today it kind of came up that we were only going to do one arm, and I was like, man, I want to do this too. And I had some other stuff on there, which I'm going to get them later, but they just weren't meant to be today. And I'm okay with that. Like, I watch how interactions flow with people, and I know what's supposed to happen and what's not too well in it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I know, not with what they're doing, but within me. Like, within maybe I had some kind of intuition to do something or an idea, and then it comes up, and then it's like that idea is X'd out, null and void. The idea itself is good. The idea is meant for a reason, especially if it's a two-parter, where like you gotta make something and then hold it, or and then deliver it or something like that. Where like the day that you gotta deliver it, you just gotta wait. But you've already done the work, and you already took the step. So like, you just gotta trust your feelings to understand that sometimes it's just not. You gotta front load your time sometimes, and I don't know. I just like the concept of front loading my time because that's kind of what I've always done. And I feel like I front loaded 35 years of my time, and then now I did it for another 2 years, and then I did it since January for this one, and front loading my time hard, and it's very difficult. But not really. It's hard to explain. It's almost like two different realities. I talked to a guy today because I was tired the other day. I was doing a job, but we never talked about money on this particular part. It came up that day, and we just had miscommunication. Then today we communicated. But I told him, I was like, dude, you just gotta. Like, I was tired, man. And I don't usually get tired during the day. Or if I do, I'm not around people. And then I just go home and deal with it. Because the tiredness itself means I'm weaker. And so something's coming up I gotta deal with because I couldn't deal with it when I was strong. Because I would never face it. I would never fully surrender to it. And so I know that when I get tired, that there's something that's coming up that I gotta deal with in a less strong emotional state. And I wouldn't say strong, I would just say guarded state, like, not let anything through. And so whatever. I like being super tired and then doing things. It's because I just know me, and I know that as strong as I am, if I'm super tired, then I'm gonna be like, if I'm tired, I'm tired. Like, there's no, like, what I'm saying, and that's why I'm tired in general as a person. right now. But it's because I'm having to rest from my life. And I told him today, I was like, when I don't, like, in the heat of the battle, like, I go. And it takes a lot to make me quit. But then the moment that I get a sign of relief that I can hold onto, like, that's real good relief. Like, I can breathe. I said, as soon as I take that first breath, like, I get fucked, because that whole path that I've been running from to keep charging forward to get done what I need to get done, it finally catches up to me. And it hits me as soon as I get that safety and security, or that vulnerability, or whatever, that protection first breath, and where I can breathe, because I know I'm okay for a minute. And as soon as that happens, like I said, I just get hit with all of the stuff that I've not dealt with, and so it just rocks me real hard. And I was like, that's, you just gotta. I don't know if other people are this way too. I don't know. I only have my perspective. And it's like, yeah, you look at what I've done. I've done a lot, man. I've done a lot of work, non-stop, after living a life in survival mode. And if you study all the effects of that, like, it makes perfect sense. That's why you gain weight, your endocrine system shuts down, or it's not been able to relax. It's like, animals would be the same as humans, but they just run for their life, and then they're good. They reset really quick. They don't stay in that state of survival mode all day long. And when they do that, like, you're not meant to do that. And so it shut down your system, and things get messed up, and it's just a big problem. And the money system itself, and the whole system itself creates you in a panic all the time. And how is it going to work? A paycheck to paycheck every week, like, and we're going to have food. And so your system is always in survival mode. And then if you was raised in that, or you came from it, you came from abuse, you was in survival mode, your brain was split, whatever else, a lot of other crap. Crazy coping mechanisms, all kinds of stuff. Attention issues, like, a lot, and it's all just a big loop. It's just a big loop, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But this is a cool song, man. Heard it on the way home. Went to Hobby Lobby today. Dude, Hobby Lobby is fun. Hobby Lobby is fun. I go in there, she said, you didn't hear yesterday. I was like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's all the same to me. Fun. Honestly, I don't know what I did today, man. I went and ate, and that took a while. When I left there, I was going to go get, like, a tank top or something. Or a shirt or something. Because I was getting these tattoos, but I didn't. I went to Goodwill, but didn't have nothing. I was like, whatever, man. I don't need one. I used the bathroom, so that's good enough. And it had to be somewhere at 1. So I went to that place and went and got a tea next door, and then I went and got my tattoos done. And it was funny. I go in there and there's a movie. I don't even know what it was about, bro. It was funny. Whatever, I just put my talk in my ear. I only listened to my talk twice, but it was like 2 hours or something, I think. It was long. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that long. But I did listen to it like twice or 3 times a day. And then, like I said, dude, it always ends perfectly. Like, it makes zero sense. Like, it really does. Like, it makes zero sense based on, like, this brain here. But then I just know it doesn't, and I just accept it. Because it does it every time. Like, every time. Like, I even stopped it, listened to music, and then started it later. Like, and then it ended at the perfect time. Like, it's awesome. It's hilarious. Every time. And so, like, that helps dictate my life. Because I can't paint until I listen to it the last time. And so like that dictates where I go. Like if I still have time left, I'll go do something else before I come home. So I'm not listening to my talk on my way home for a little bit, so I can at least listen to music. And so like everything I do is like straight cycles, straight not cycles but like habits, or pretty damn structured within the flow of what I do. And it's funny because like people may not look at what my life is being structured, but it's structured in a different way. It's structured in like I'm in full acceptance of the flow of things. And whether it's the universe in control, or it's pushing me towards, or my emotions or my feelings, really, I mean, that's what I go with. But so I'm just being magnetically drawn in directions or to things, I don't know. And I just feel the pull, and so I just go. Because the pull is just the natural, like, me flowing towards it. I can't explain it. It's one and the same, it's not separate. It's one, even though I know one's mine and one's something else. It doesn't, but it's not really, because it's like everything that I go towards is what is for me, if that makes sense. And it's not that I own those things or I'm over those things, but that is in this time that I'm flowing through, because I'm not technically walking, I'm just flowing through. This vessel is walking, but I'm flowing. And so whatever on that timeline, like that's, I'm going towards the timeline. I'm going forward in time. So I'm going, like those things are, you could look, depends on how you're looking at it. Either I'm standing still and everything's flowing to me, which is honestly probably what it is. I'm the source of it itself. And it's flowing to me. It's almost like, dude, this is it. This is straight it right here, which is crazy. It's Minecraft, bro. Like you make the water, 3x3. We go in the middle of that water, but you face it all pointing in, right? I mean, you go into the middle of that water, and you take that middle water out, and then you stand there. And so that's you. That's literally you. Meaning, everything else around you is flowing towards you in all directions. And you're your own, like, you're your own island, it would be like. But there's no other islands in the ocean. Because your ocean is your ocean. And it's overlapped in other oceans of other people in their islands. And so, like, this is what I'm watching, and it's like, it's hard to say, because they're all separate, but they're all the same. It's really weird. The motion would be like, say you was like a little miniature person on a coin or something, and that was your placement, like a Monopoly, and like, but your distance was bigger. Like your water was bigger, but it was always its own water. It's always its own water, but it flows within like a big thing of water where there's just tons of water. But it's kind of hard to. It's like your water is ice, but it's flowy, meaning like when you touch other people's ice, like it's water. At the same time as it still has that solid force field around it. So it's something like that. More like a force field holding in your water, and then it just instantly, it accepts the other person's water when you go to it, like their worlds. It's really weird. It's just kind of three different concepts at once. But it's all we have dimensions. Because you are multi-dimensional, meaning many different things are happening at one time, but they can't all happen in the same dimension. Because the mass. And so it's like only because mass is mass. And like, so you can't have two things within the same thing. You just can't do it. But you can do it when you have multiple dimensions. Because it's the same, it's on just different dimensions. But they're in the same code, but the code is different because the code string itself is a different dimension. Which all its own rules and containment and all that stuff. And then so on and so on and so on. But they're all overlapped. It's really, I don't know how to explain it. Because they're all overlapped, but it's like, it's crazy. it's just instances stacked on top of each other, really. So the reason why it's complicated is because we can't create new dimensions. We can't. It's against the rules. In any dimension until you create your own. But so you can't. Yeah, so you can't. It's just the rules. You can't do it. So you can create within each dimensions, but you can't mess with the dimensions itself. And so each dimension has different rules, different times. All time happens at the same time, but it's like a seed. You know, the beauty of a seed is the fact that it takes time to grow. If everything happened instantaneously, like we would have, it would suck. It would be the worst. Because then it's like now what we're living, which is instant gratification, and it's hell. Instant gratification is hell. Balance with instant gratification is fun, but just straight instant gratification is hell. And you think the pleasure is good, but it's a trap. Because the pleasure is good, but it's the other things that come with it. It's really, it's like, for me, like if I was to drink rum, like it's super sneaky, bro. It's the sneakiest thing in the world. Like I'm just think I'm partaking in just a little drink, you know? And then I drink another one, and nothing's happening, and another one, nothing's happening. Next thing you know, I'm just freaking blackout drunk, feeling like a pirate. You know, like I say that because it happened like a long time ago, and it was like pirate rum or something. I can't remember what it's called, but it was so sneaky. It was so sneaky because I remember that night because like I was just drinking the piss out of it, and next thing you know, you just wake up, bro. And it's like that with the pleasure thing. It's like it's awesome, it's good, it's delicious, and then next thing you know, you get stuck in these habits, and these escapes, these dopamine, you know, places that you created that need to be fed, and then we all do it in different ways, and with all kinds of stuff in our lives, and you know, and that's why it's like I'm trying to watch myself with my art too, because it's like I don't want to create something not positive, and then at the same time I'm going, well, I know I can quit anything, so or I'm capable of changing at a drop of a dime, and I know that like in the future I'll have to shift my time anyways. You know, like if I want a family and a wife or whatever, then like I gotta make sacrifices for my time for that. So I'm gonna understand that the 8 hours a day I spend on myself painting, or however long it is before I go to bed, usually it's 5 to 3 in the morning, and somewhere around there by the time I go to sleep. And so, I mean, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, but it's still long. And so like I said, I'm just front loading my time, trying to learn the most about me, fix as much as I can about myself, you know, find out my triggers, fix them, just try and just be the best me every single day, and like really have fun though, because I that's how I find it. That's how I find it. Is I try and stay high and happy as possible. Meaning, if something does trigger me, it looks extreme. It's extreme, and so I can see it. I can't miss it. Because if they trigger me, my emotions drop instantly. Then I'm like, ding, ding, ding. I gotta look at that because I'm used to being way up here. But then this interaction itself just changed everything. I need to look in that because like whatever it is that triggered me is something that I need to fix in myself, not that the other person has that issue. I could care less. What just happened was you just taught me something in myself, and that's important because I can fix this. You have to choose to fix yourself, and first you got to be able to see it. First you got to be able to see it. And so the point is I have to then step into that because you gave me a gift and I got to give you one in return. And it's not positive or negative, but it is a trigger. It's triggered there to make you see what you just showed me within myself. I'm just giving what you're giving me. I want the best for you. And evidently you want the best for me because you just triggered the piss out of me and you want me to grow. Your whole body may say something else different because it does. It's like the reason why you're triggering me is because you're doing something that's you don't like in me. And so this pulls out the honesty. This pulls out the honesty. If your body's telling me something or whatever, your actions, your words are telling me, making you become honest. So a lot of times you don't say it with your mouth, you say it with your body. And then the actions, or the lack thereof. But then I kind of got to mimic the same thing, but a lot of times what happens is I fix the thing so fucking quick. Like as soon as I see it, I go bam, there it is, face it in my head, like right there, and boom, I'm done within minutes to hours. And then I go being me again. Go being me again. A new me now. A new me. I need to get that on me too. Because every second of every day, I am a new me. A new IVEA. Constantly bigger, constantly better, constantly stronger and smarter, more patient, hell, way more patient. As much as I understand time, the concept would be this. If you understood in the totality, not really, it just depends on your perspective. To me, it's just like, say we switch currencies to time. Everyone would be watching their time, they'd be going crazy. It would give justification for the way that people act in this world about time. They freak out. Like you watch them in a you know, me and the barber talked about it, someone cut her off, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, the whole time I'm just like, man, you guys are so stupid. Like, what's 1 minute? If you're gonna get to the destination when you get to the destination, every single time. And if you don't get there, you don't get there. If you was meant to be there, you would be there, but you ain't. Or you are. And so, like, you understand, like, because I understand time, you only have one time. It's so multifaceted. You only have one time, and the time is now, technically. It's the only time that does exist. So, but you don't know how many nows you have, right? And so, like, if the now was the currency, this boom, there it is. Like, how would you do that? We would watch people play it out differently. Some people would just collect the nows and stack them up and have more nows. Some people would blow all their nows right now, you know, because they know they'll get another now. And it's like, you think about it and you're like, dude, what's the right answer? What's the right answer? You think about the parable of the workers in the field, or the workers and the owner or whatever his name is, the boss man. The first guy, like some money to hold. Man, I don't remember that one. correctly. He gave another guy so many shekels, and the third guy, and then the first guy just didn't do nothing with him, and then the second guy, went and made a profit. So it's like, you look at it, it's like, who's right there? Because in my head, it depends on like what your purpose is. Like, it depends on what you're doing. Like, are you trying to? The answer is balance. Man, that's very confusing because it's all about the variables. It's all about how you would put the variables in this equation. I would say it's definitely balanced because it makes zero sense if for one token and two tokens, to me, because it's not you can't even make that equation work. So it would have to be a higher number that wasn't a half. And there would have to be three people. One that invested all, one that only invested a certain number or half, and the one that invested zero. And then, even then, in that act itself, it doesn't really matter what any of them do with it, because they were never told what to do with it. They were just given it. And then each individual person on their own did with it what they wanted, what they thought, based on whatever information that they had. And so, which would be based on all the experiences that they had, meaning that any action that any of them did make was the exact right one for them, in their eyes, with their understanding of existence that they lived. Therefore, it's only when they're judged by the outside could they even be wrong. But that's only if somebody did have authority over them, which was their owner. So yes, he had authority over them. But he didn't punish them, I don't think. I don't even know what he did. If he gave the guy extra money, I don't know. But did he reward him? Did he not reward him? Or did he just take his money and be done with it? And so, it depends. Like, if he didn't punish them and he didn't reward them, other than, like, the job or whatever, and maybe make him over some stuff, which I guess would be a reward, but it doesn't seem like a reward to me. You're just going to put the guy there that made you more money, even though it doesn't matter what anybody else did. I don't know, it's very complicated. Because you could take, that's what I'm saying, the parables and stuff like that, to me, like that, I could take those and break those apart in so many different ways. And it's like, but it all comes back to, like, it really doesn't matter for each instance of people. Because, like, no matter what that they did, they made the best decision based on the information they had. It doesn't mean it was right or wrong. It means the decision that they made was the decision that they made based on all their life experience up to that point. So if you was to say that they were wrong, then you're just saying their whole life is wrong. And that makes zero sense. That's the dumbest thing you could ever say. Because at one point in time, there's at least one injustice in there that formed the whole life, helped form it. Literally, like, if that was out, it could have been a lot different. And so, you look at things like that and you just go, it does suck. Don't infringe on other people's free will. We're coming from something. We're going into something else. Something else is going to be new. It has to be new. Completely new. Because the old stuff will still kind of be in there. But it's like, you have to take a leap. And you have to jump over something. You have to do a task one time that's so difficult that you can't get back over. You gotta go over a canyon that you know you can get across, but you know as soon as you step on the other side, like it floated away. Like it's no longer there. It's impossible. Like it's just so difficult that you just choose to never be able to do it again. To go back. But it's a very scary jump. It's a very scary thing. Because it's jumping into the unknown, but it's like, you know. I mean, you feel it. You feel it. You know, and I think about, like, dude, and I think about this heaven. It kind of blows my mind, like, eternal heaven. Like, what would it be? I don't know. Like, what would it be? Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do there? You know, how does time work? Time can't work, really. Because if it's eternal, then it's like, once you understood that, you had a start time in heaven, right? And the rest is ever. And so, like, for me, it makes zero sense. For me, it makes zero sense. It's like, unless, just because, based on the information of the person that I am here, with the knowledge that I have, I feel like I would just get so bored. I'm like, dude, are you serious, bro? I done did everything. I done did it. So many times. And so then, like, I think about, dude, this is weird, man. What? It's like, then I think about, like, what if you go, is this your heaven? Or is this somebody else's created heaven for you? Right? Think about that. I don't want to live in something somebody else created for me. You know? I want to create it. Like if you're telling me that it's supposed to be my dream, like, I want to create my dream. I don't want somebody else to create my dream for me. If you're just saying, Cody, this house is badass, someone built it for you, I'll be like, yeah, I'll live in it. But, like, if it was my dream, no. I want to build it. It is my dream. It's supposed to be my dream. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm building my dream. Or our dream. But some people don't want to build their own dream, man. That's fine. Some people don't want to step out. Some people don't want to do the work. It's not easy. It's not the easy way. Believe me, it's not the easy way. To build your own dream is not easy. To erase your past and take that space that you had your past in and make a dream. Take all that crap and break it down. Get all the energy from it and then build your dream with it. Transmute that negative energy to something positive. Take that crap from the past and fucking use it in the now. Put it to work. Build your own dream. Build your own heaven. That's what I'm bringing. That's what I'm showing. You're going to understand that it's not what you live in. You're going to understand it's not what you drive in. It's you and what you create and what you do. That's heaven. Like, no one fucking take that from you. Because it's yours. Either you create it and live in it, which is that little ice cube circle of water all around you. You're in your own snow globe. It's your own reality. You are choosing every single day what comes in and what comes out. How you perceive things, how you step to things, how you partake in things, how you don't. You are in control. You are in control. You are producing. You are the creator of your story. Yeah, someone else created this grid system. Someone else created the dimensions. Was not us. Was not me. But the way it was intended, the way it is intended, is for you to create your own reality. For you to take the reins of you. To make what you want. And to do it. While still having your basic needs met. Like you can't, you think about like being homeless, man. Like they can't even fucking be homeless, bro. Without people messing with them, without cops messing with them. They can't even live anywhere that they want to live. Like you have to have a place to live. Almost. Or you're going to get hassled and all this shit, Or look less than, or people going to judge you, or people going to look down on you. I'm like, dude, like you can't be free if you wanted to be free. Like you literally can't be free unless you want to be free. And you think you're free, you ain't free as shit. You think you're free, you're not free. You're not free. And I'm not free, Cody. I'm freely flowing around, but I'm still ultimately not technically free living in this land that's owned by people that don't even own it. I don't know, man. You're gonna own nothing and love it. But that's kind of the fucking point. To not own anything. And that's freedom. Literally. Because nothing owns you. And if you own something, then technically that item owns you. We own each other. So you can never truly be free. I mean, you can, I guess. But not really. Not when you incorporate. The way this human system, man, it's very difficult. I would say you could be with somebody, but you can't. I mean, some people could. Some people can connect this, but no, you can't. You can't. It's impossible. The way the body is designed to integrate with the consciousness, and the way the energy exchanges, it's impossible to not have a bond with somebody. Number one, especially after you have sex, it's impossible. You'll have a bond until you can be cleaned out. The energy signatures and exchanges and stuff like that. And I can get rid of all of that. But I can't just run around and heal everybody like that. Well, I guess I could. I'm forming my own dream. I'm forming my own dream. And you guys laugh. We'll see. Just remember. Healing the world. My name is Divine. Healing the world with Divine. Maybe I'm laughing because there's I don't know. It's funny. Makes sense to me. Today was cool, man. The art today was fun, man. It was different. I went to Hobby Lobby, spent some money. Was super excited, man. I have a problem, and the problem is scale. I scale up, and before you know it, I'm up, and I can only go higher. And so I make a trophy, and the next thing you know, like now I gotta have two things I'm painting every day. Like I gotta be all over the place, just doing whatever. And it's cool, man. I knew that this was the path. I knew this is me always. I'm all over the place. I am a lot, and like a lot. And it's like I control it throughout the day, but it's like, man, this is me all the time. This should be me all the time, but like the fucking people can't handle me, bro. You can't handle me. And so my interaction with people have to be closer to match. Otherwise, like I said, no one can hang with me. And unless they're their authentic self. And they have fun. It's like two kids playing together, man. Just matching each other's energy. I guess via like that concept itself. It's like watch kids play. Like if they, I'm trying to think of the cleanest, most innocent like interactions they could have. Like they've never met each other, but their whole lives they've never met anybody else either. And so they're two kids that just never met anyone. So like they have no external influences whatsoever to even assume or whatever. And let's say one kid's white, one kid's black. And they've never seen anything else. No other kids, no, just maybe their parents or whatever. Or not even parents in this scenario. They just existed, whatever. Because this is my story that I'm creating. And it sounds very cool. Like the pictures in my head that I'm illustrating is freaking fire, bro. Like the one kid and the other kid, and they just walked, and they just boom, they exist together. And so like the whole time, they're just like at first they're like, dude, what is this? Like, is that me? You know, like who knows what that is? Who that is? They would be so confused. You know, and what's crazy is if they were just looking at each other, they may think the first thought if they've never seen another human being, is maybe that's what I look like. That's what I would say. And I understand that my hands would be different, but in my head, if I was to never have met existence before, like another human or anything, and I can kind of picture this because the aloneness that I feel. Like I understand like the aloneness of the invisible, of being invisible, feeling invisible. I lived it, so I can talk about how I did feel invisible, even though in all reality I wasn't, obviously. But I felt it. And so I would just assume that's what it would feel like the first time that I would meet another human being. And if I was to look at that other human being, like I would be like, well, I feel like that's what I look like. And that statement in itself would be completely true. Because they do look like you in the sense of they are technically a mirror of you. You're the same material. Just different. Starting sequence was different. And so like after that, like maybe one of you would speak, one of you would make a noise probably, maybe snap. You'd probably do the physical snap or sound with one of the bigger parts of your body first. And then you would probably, squeak or whatever and see what happens. Maybe you just would mimic each other. I don't freaking know. Maybe you would just get lost in existence yourself, like just overwhelmed with now this thing that is so similar to you. And then like, what do you do? Do you talk to it? Does it respond? Do you respond? Are you guys even speaking the same language? Maybe. Do you speak a language? You've never had to really speak before. It was just you. And like even if you did talk, you kind of realize like there's no fucking point in talking because you don't get to. Doesn't matter what you say. You're not gonna get a logical or real response back. So they're just never gonna answer your question. So you just keep, I don't know. Who knows? Those would just be thoughts in my head. And, I'd be going through that. And then just, I don't know, man. Next thing you know, you guys are, whatever, poking each other, make sure the other person's real. And then start asking questions. Now that you think you know what the hell you know, you can just talk and you can just respond. And you guys, in this instance, speak the same language. And so you just start telling each other about your existence of being fucking invisible. Like living in a white room. Like that's what I see. It's like you're just in a doctor's room. Like that's just you. You just fucking sit there. But no one else is there. There's chairs. There's some stuff you can do. You can have a little bit of fun. I don't know. Can't really meet. There's no magazines because there's no people. It's just you. And then like, what do you do in there? But whatever. So then you get just shot to this scenario, right? So like, what would you guys do? Like you would just at some point maybe you would end up appearing into a room with the same toys that you guys had before, but now they could be different. And then so you would probably like, dude, these are my toys over here. Come look at these, man. Like, this is what I was telling you about. This is all I know right here is these things. This is it. This is the only thing that I know that is me. I've been in this room surrounded with all these things. I didn't know there was more. This is what I had. No one was fucking here. I didn't know people existed. I thought maybe there could be somebody like me. Because where did I come from? There had to be, like, that's kind of, I guess, I don't know. I just appeared. I just know I'm just here. No beginning and no end, but just that's what I know is here. Because you can't even understand the end until you understand the beginning, but you can't even understand the beginning until you understand what an end is. Being that you never really meet either, because once those either come and go, like, you don't even know, technically. Or as soon as you do know one, then you know that you're going towards the other. Because you don't even know what the other one is until it's too late. Or it's already done. It's already begun. Like, that's the whole point. Like, half the time you don't even know when it's begun. I get, like, races and stupid stuff like that. I'm just talking about, like, totality of life in general. And really, a lot of times, a lot of things, like whether it's relationships or stuff like that, you don't even know when it's begun. You are the teacher of the mind and music playing along. You're just a product of environment surviving a storm. Now let me take you to my island where the weather is warm. Hey, don't hide your face. And then you won't even know when it begun until it ended. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here. But then, I mean, then at that point you can just have a new beginning from that, you know, because then at least you know what the end is. So you know now I can begin right now. Let's begin right now. All new. Right now. Let's choose it together. Right now, we begin new. The rest was just part of that journey and had to be done. It had to be done. It got us to here now, where we understand that the ending was what it was, and then now this is new. This is where it begins. You know, and I'm a new me every day, as is you're new you every day. And every second of the now, you're different. Every now. It's You just choose what you want to be in the now, and then you're in control. You're in control. But that was cool, man. I'm trying to think, dude. We went and ate, talked. I love people, man. I love what I'm doing. I truly do. Because I understand that a lot of what I'm doing is constantly moving, constantly changing, constantly adapting. Whether that's good or bad, it makes no difference. But I think I think I have a little bit of influence. I know I do, actually, but I never know, really. I just don't waste time on it. I would like to know. It's because I want to make sure that I'm doing right in my eyes, right? That I'm helping people. That I'm at least inspiring people. I'm at least getting people to think and be like, if that kid can do it, I can do it. If that kid can be bold, then I can be bold. If that kid cannot give a fuck, then I cannot give a fuck. If that kid is putting it all out there, even if I don't watch his content, but he's doing it every day. I see his shit every day. And he's talking about everything, not just this, not just happy stuff. He's saying, yeah, some shit's bad, bro. But you can do it. It sucks. You just gotta do it. You gotta fucking do it. Gut check time, boy. Girl. It sucks. But I have no option. I have no choice. I don't know. The path that led me here led me to be able to just be stoic in nature sometimes when I know the shit is fixing to come. But it don't really matter because I'm gonna get to this shit before the shit gets me. I'm gonna be bigger and badder than this shit. I'm gonna be meaner and more disgusting than that. That's how you want to play. We can play. But I give you what you give me. And I kind of do it a lot of times before you do it. Because I already know. So I might as well go ahead and do it before you do it. So you just save yourself because you're going to need your energy. You're going to need it. I got plenty. I got more than enough. More than enough. And that's what's crazy. Is my body just does what it wants to do when it needs to do it. But I'm in control of that in the sense, like I said, the consciousness of me itself, it's compartmentalized for a reason. Part of it has to be that way for infinity to exist. If you was the infinity in which you was completely, God mode that doesn't even make sense to the capability of that. If you didn't restrict yourself this way, this is what's so crazy about just understanding any process in the world, existence itself, chaos itself. The thing that we live in and it's controlled chaos. It looks chaotic, but the system is big. It's mappable, if that's the term that you would need. But you don't have enough space. And even if you did, it would take you a lifetime unless you was using some of your higher capabilities to write it. And even then, once you wrote it, you wouldn't have enough time unless you was on the infinite scale in the body that you was in to infinitely stay the same age so you can infinitely look at it. But that's at the 3D mind. And so as you go higher and higher and higher, you're capable of it, but a lot of times you don't want to mess with it. You don't look at it because there's a lot of things in there that you just need to look at each dimension or each thing that you're at, when you get that level, then you have to look at the new rules and regulations for that existence itself. And it's not even that there's rules or regulations, but it's more like bylaws of like, you can't do this. Like, it's not allowed. There's no good, there's no bad. Just you can't do that because you affect too much. And the existence that we're in is very, very particular. To have it work the way it is, it's like it has to be this way. If one thing was different in the system itself, if it was fucked with or changed, then it wouldn't work. Literally. Like, we know this. We could say, well, if the sun was this much hotter, like famine, all this stuff, yeah. Like, it's that specific. But the cycles itself that we don't understand, like we do, but we've never cataloged it all. We don't know that yet, but some of us understand how everything works. But it's not needed at the time. You gotta go through the old and then rebuild in the new, and then that's when the time is here for that newness. You can't. That's the whole point. You can't put old with new. It's still old. And so, like, you gotta build from the ground up, and that it sucks. I keep telling people it sucks, but it won't be as. To me, it's not gonna be bad. Like, I don't have an issue with it. To me, I'll find a way to enjoy it. But plus I won't be affected like everyone else. You're bringing it in a weird instance, like, not technically, but technically to the 120th power. But technically, then, like, yeah, it'll be fine. You just have to come hang out with me, bro. Girl. We'll have fun. Because it's a new adventure. And, dude, I'm telling you, dude, every day, it's like, it's so fun, man, to build up. The anticipation, the waking up to go and, like, this, who knows what's going to happen tonight, and then who knows what's going to happen every second of all day. Like, just the fact of, like, turning music on in the morning when I'm in bed, like, I'm going to go take a shower and play music. I haven't been able to do that for a long time. When I was young, I used to sing in the shower all the time. Dude, I loved it. Like, it was my own space, like, for fucking just a minute. My own space. Life is crazy, man. Life is crazy. How long have I been talking? 108. This is the perfect song, man. It took a lot. I went through a lot of songs today. And, it's super weird. It's like, I get to the end, like today and yesterday, maybe the day before. I picked the song kind of like at the very end, like hardly any painting left to do. And I knew it was going to be that way today. But I'm starting to understand, like, dude, it's like, once it's done, like, boom, that's a song that, all of it. It's over all of it. All those songs are in it. And then just for me, because I'm not writing that shit down. It take too long. And no one's going to appreciate it like I am in the now. So I'm not going to waste time doing something that I can appreciate in the now and then write it down and all that shit, because then I don't appreciate it, because you're writing it down. Like, you're missing the now. So a lot of times, like, the act of me taking pictures itself is what is me living in the now. It's not the pictures. I could give a fuck less what they look like. I don't even look at them, dude. Like, I'll take them and then I'll look at them one time as I'm posting them or something like that. But it's like that's the act that the now that I'm living is that. I'm taking the pictures. I'm looking through the camera. Well, I'm trying to just line it up. It's always a game for me. But yeah, it's like that's it, you know. And it's weird because, like, honestly, I think of it like this. Pictures and stuff of the now is cool. But like, if all your existence is fucking fire, like, dude, when are you gonna have time to go look back? Like, cause you're always having fucking fun, and it's like, so in my brain now, like, I don't even have time to look back and look at the stuff, really, other than when I'm in my art and talking now. And it's like once I get past like the day, like, it's done. Like, it's so done. Like, I don't need to look back. The only reason why I'm doing shit is because I don't have no fucking idea, because that's the path that it has to go. I'm making something and it's becoming tangible, and then I gotta keep it and figure out a way to sell it or some shit. Get rid of it. I don't know. So I can keep doing it based on the stupid money system we have. But then again, I don't know. You gotta buy things, I guess. I don't know. I don't see an instance without it. I really don't. Unless, like I said, yeah, everything has to be so new, man. You have to, like, start from the ground up. Because there's just no way you can be able to break those habits. Like, that comfortability. You know, like, if we just said, well, you gotta go cook, you gotta hunt for yourself, dude, everyone would die. Except a few people. And then there would still be a system, because then those few people would go, well, I can hunt, so I just hunt for y'all, and you guys have to give me something in return. And then you create some kind of system. So I don't know how it's going to work. Other than, like I said, I think just basic needs have to be met, and then go from there. Because the only way that you could even implement a system, like a better, like just a bartering system in general, you would have to provide. I think, yeah. There's always going to be trade. It's going to be weird. I don't know. Unless you don't need something from somebody else. But that's the point. You don't need anything from anybody else. You got to create it yourself. And you'll be able to do that with the vessel that you are yourself, instead of needing to stuff from outside of you. So I'm thinking Iron Man. And what did he have? He had the energy thing on his chest, right? I don't remember what it's called. Whatever. But the power there, right? The power charges his body. I don't even know if he ate. He probably didn't even have to. And this is a very specific. This is why I'm getting this. It's because what if your heart is that thing? But in other dimensions, it's more energy based. But then what if you can kind of go through dimensions with that energy, right? Like, because the energy, you're learning how to use the abilities in your other dimensions and integrate them in this one. And so you're still stuck on this map, but your rules are increased because you're in multiple dimensions now on the same map. And so you have multiple new level ups. And so then, like, maybe you don't even need to eat per se to even keep your vessel running, but you use a new fuel, a free energy, which your whole body is electrically charged. Like, that's what blood and all that stuff is. It's just a fluid. It's a fluid, but it's electricity. We just don't. I mean, I guess we do work in battery acid and stuff like that, but the fluid. But yeah, I don't know. Today was cool, man. I went to drop off my trophy. I was gonna get my plaques made, and man, I felt so bad, dude. She was so stressed out, and I think someone yesterday was stressed out too. Oh, it was yesterday or this morning. Oh yeah, and then today, I met another woman that was stressed out, and I was like, dude, everyone's just so stressed right now. It just sucks. It just sucks, man. It sucks being that stressed. It really does. Like I said, dude, I'm pretty good at blocking it out and like just not focusing on it, but it doesn't mean it doesn't just constantly be going on in the background. And it's just like, that's what I said, like when I'm going through stuff, it doesn't matter, I just go. But what hurts me is, like I said, when I get through it and I keep running, and when the moment comes that I can fucking breathe, I feel comfortable enough to stop. When something comes through and makes me feel like easy, like, oh good, finally, and like that's when I stop and breathe. And as soon as I plant those feet, like just everything just hits me. It all catches up to me, and it's like, man, this was supposed to be sweet, but instead, now I'm fucking tired. But it's really just telling me that I need to rest. That it's okay to rest now. And that, yeah, people are still gonna fucking pull on you, but you need to do what you need to do. Because you deserve the rest. Like, these people will work you to death. Just be reasonable, you know, Cody? And then again, this is the last one. Do what you want to do. But yeah, man, today was cool, dude. And so, what else? So I went a couple places. The art in there was fun, dude. I had fun, but it's like, that's what I said, dude. Like, once I step it up, I gotta step it up. I gotta step it up. I gotta step it up. I gotta go bigger. I gotta go bigger. I gotta keep going. And that's cool, though. No, and for the first time, like, I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of, like, maxing out, you know? I'm just not. Because I'm not comparing myself to anybody. I'm just doing my own thing. Like, literally, there's nothing more freeing than, like, literally not giving a fuck what anybody else is doing. Like, literally. What anybody else is saying, really. Like, and then you just go do what you do, and you just do it. Like, you don't care. You just do whatever it is, and whatever happens in that room, on the canvas, and on those whatever, it is what it is. And like, you don't give a fuck. And everyone knows it. Everyone's like, well, even if I don't like it, I can't. The kid's not. Really, he's not harming anybody. He's not doing anything. He's just living his own life, and I can feel it and see it, and I kind of fucking appreciate it. I kind of like that dude. He kind of just don't give a fuck. I wish I could not give a fuck. I'm like, you can. Just don't give a fuck. Just do it. Do whatever it is. Don't infringe on someone's free will. But anything else flies, and this is for entertainment purposes only. I have zero expectations of the future. Zero. I know what I want. But like in all reality, like I don't even look forward a lot. Because like it's like whatever, dude. It's not happening right now, so it's like what's the fucking point to worry about it? It's not happening right this second. Then I'm talking, then like fuck it. What's the point in dwelling on it, you know? Like what's the point? When it happens, it happens. I hope it happens soon. But I'm just gonna be here in the now until it's now. Until it all happens right now. And then it'll be what it is. It'll be what it is. It's so cool to think like that. Because it's like, dude, really nothing matters right now. And if all, dude, it's actually breaking my brain that I could make an infinite loop for the rest of eternity to talk about this right now, and only claim to talk about this right now, which is now. And you could just go on for eternity to that. But it's like, you really only have control. And like now, like I said, now I just picture myself floating. Like you just float everywhere you go, or everything is just floating to you, really. Like you're the stationary one, and everything's just coming to you, and you're just accepting it or not, or whatever. That makes you go a certain direction. Like every interaction, everything that comes to you just dictates your decision. Where to go now? Which direction? I can go any. You know what? You got first person view. You playing third person view. What you got? You know, the full range of whatever you're above it, whatever that one is. And I think the point is this. I think the point is you're supposed to be as high as you can. And then you feel through it. And in my understanding, say I was like the creator. Say I was a video game player. And I'm on the outside looking in. I'm playing the video game, I'm controlling it. I'm choosing how I see it. Maybe I got a VR headset. Maybe I'm looking first person. You know, but sometimes I can take that off too, and I can have a big screen, and I can have a bigger, and you know, one screen that's showing me another perspective, and then I can have another screen showing me another perspective, and pretty much just infinite perspectives around me, depending on how high I am intelligently as the video game player himself. And in this instance, everything that comes through me, I create. I created my player. I formed him the way that I wanted to form him. I gave him the attributes that I needed to give him, that I wanted to give him. And then I'm in control. I'm the furthest away. I'm the video game player, a tangible human being. I'm logged into this existence that was created by somebody else. So therefore that human itself would be technically the god of that game. That was his creation, and then I joined to play it. In this instance, if I'm on the human scale. And so, but then, depending on the permission that I had from the god of the game itself, you know, what I could do within the game. Can I create too as well? And the answer is yeah. But you got to have the knowledge to know how to create. Because you have to do specific things to the vessel that you're having, that you're controlling, in order to unlock those abilities to create. And there's restrictions, there's timelines, there's patience, there's things that have to be done first. You have to go through these fated events, and you have to react these ways, and you have to, become stronger willed in this and then that, and depends on if you help people, if you don't help people, if you're gonna go the light path, the dark path, or somewhere in between. Like, and all these things happen in the game. And like, it's the hardest game ever. It's the most technical game ever. It's the best game ever made. And it's so weird because it's like you, the video game player, when you're up here playing the video game, you get feelings, but they're different feelings than if you was first person in there. And then it's actually even more different unless you was the real person in there. Like, not a perception, but like you was it. Where you have both the perception and the feelings with it. So you're in the now. Like, you are the action itself. You're no longer focusing that you're the outside video game player, but instead you have found a way, which you are already the way, like you're just the same, where you control that player always, and you didn't know this. So it's almost like you blinded yourself with the fact that you was in first person and you were the tangible in the real, like, your hand is in front of your face thing. I can't explain what that would be, other than it's just you. That's all you know. But then as you start leveling up and start going through faded events, you start to gain this knowledge. And this knowledge starts to bring you back, like, into another perspective every time. So you go 4D, you go 5D. It's not that quick by any means. For a lot of people. I'm a little different. 60, 70, 80, 90. You can go all the way to infinity. But you kind of want to stay in a window for max fun. Once you get past a certain perspective, then the fun is it's not fun anymore. The more knowledge you have, sometimes you don't want to go past. But then again, you do have control, so you can kind of just refuse to live that. It's kind of hard to say. Like, you just refuse to, like, you already know, so it's like, I just refuse to even acknowledge that I know. This is pointless. This is pointless. But yeah, so you're like in the video game. That's it. So like and then when you get better and stronger, you can just flow between those perspectives as one, as fluid. And then sometimes you just live in the feelings because you're so connected and it's so fast that you just agree with all of it, and then you just sync it to your feelings, because that's usually the best, because that controls so much more than you even understand. And so you just sync all your higher knowledge to your feelings and kind of give it control from the higher perspective, because that's the best perspective for you to see things, to get the best result. But you want to be able to see at the highest perspective while feeling 100% in the now. And so that's what, as you grow up, as you start healing and all that stuff and going to higher perspectives, you start to just balance that more and more and more and more until it just becomes more fluid. And then, like I said, you get the highest results or the highest knowledge at how to live your life and what you need to do, and then you tell yourself that in feelings. And when you trust each other and you trust all of you, and you just live that, you get the best experience you can. And it's not that you're swinging by the hip. No, I've already thought about everything. I already knew everything, the best direction I need to go and what I need to do. And it doesn't mean I don't fail. Or not I don't fail, but to do something miscalculated, at least you would say. And or something else happens outside of me, because I can only predict so much. I can only predict my part. For the most part, I can predict a lot of stuff, but sometimes I never even cared to look at it. and I just accept whatever happens, because that's part of the fun. A lot of it I don't try and control. I don't try and control a lot of stuff. I just don't. The surprise itself is fun, and I have the feelings to back up me to keep walking in that direction. But I just blind the rest of the feelings, if that makes any sense, like outcomes. But I do give my time where I feel like I need to give it, and I'll X out my time where I feel like I don't need to give it. Like I said, it takes a lot for me to get there, but I will. I do with people. I'm probably not going to talk much longer. It's an hour and 30 in. This is cool, man. The song was cool. The art was fun, dude. And I went to the store and bought stuff. And it's just like, I don't see myself doing anything else, dude. I love this. I love this completely. Like, it makes zero understanding to me, like how and why I love it so much. Because I just do. And like that just do is everything. Like it encompasses everything. All variables, all equations. And just everything. And then the talking and the music. And then the day that leads up to all of this. Like I am in nothing but fantasy. I'm in Neverland. Literally. I was gonna talk to Neverland. That will probably be tomorrow. Neverland and Peter Pan. But that's it, man. Like all day, I am in Neverland, having fun, flying around, literally, just existing and enjoying it and having fun. And just understand that every moment of every existence is needed. And it's there for a purpose. And the purpose is you. Like every existence is for you. Until it's not. And then even then, maybe there's a different existence when this existence is not. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, technically you can never know. And that's the mystery in it. I mean, that's the mystery in it. Like, there's things that you just can't know. But if you knew, then what would you do? Where would you go? There's some things you can't know. That's the beauty of the game. That's the beauty of the game. Like, you think it's just a game. But it's a game that goes on forever, bro. Like, it's infinite fun for eternity. How do you want to play your game? There's many ways to play the game. But what's the best for you? Do you want to be in charge? Do you want to create your life, your movie, your game? You want to produce it. You want to choose it. You want to be happy when you want to be happy. You want to chase whatever you want to chase. Good, bad, makes zero difference. You've always had the capability of doing this. It makes zero difference. You're just the controller of your game. There's rules here. You're in a game. But the creator of the game is just gave you all the same rights as the owner, except the grid itself. You can't mess with the grid. And there's consequences to everything. Everything. Not good, not bad, just consequences. There's actions because of. This or that.
just a product of environment, surviving a storm. Now let me take you to my island where the weather is warm. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face.
Who knows? This game is crazy.
I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend.
The game is crazy, man. You know, that's crazy because it's like your game is always like this. Like max everything, like literally, like max experience. Like max experience. And depending on how you shape, like max aloneness. Like think about the extreme of like you becoming a recluse and not wanting existence with people. Like you become the fucking max of what it's like to be alone. Like that's max experience that you're getting. And so now you know, like at some point when you go back into reality, then you have all that information to know how to control that. What you do like within it, how you can live in it, how you don't need other people, but then now you can go practice some other trait or whatever thing to get better in that, and then roll back in that balance. Like everything is for max potential. Everything already is. It's like you go through some shit back when you were young, like it's all to get you to max potential in all reality. It sucks. It doesn't, it's not cool that it happened or whatever else, but you don't ever hopefully have to go through it again now. Once you understand it, you can step in your power and stuff like that, or whatever. And then maybe you can help other people not have to go through that. Teach them how to not become victim to, or how to protect, or how to see it. But you got to speak up, because otherwise, if you've gone through stuff and you battled it, and you've overcome it, you got to help people. Like, what's the point if you have the knowledge if you don't do anything with it? Makes 0 sense. Makes 0 sense. That's it, man. It's all here. I'm just living. I'm accepting, and I appreciate everything. My tattoos are fire. I love them. They're always meant to be there. Today was beautiful. I love it. I love life. And I'm just doing my thing, man. I got to keep going. I got to keep doing this for me. I got to keep doing this for my other whatever. I said I'm tired. It's hard to be patient. But like I said, everything happens exactly when it's supposed to, and you gotta live in it. But it doesn't mean you won't fall prey to the human patience, or just even if you never wanted something really before, and so like now it's like if you've only been wanting one thing, it's just like you just want it. So it's just weird to want something. I don't know. Well, if you want something, it means you don't have it. So I don't want anything. I already have it. It's already mine. Well, it's not mine. It's already here. And you just gotta talk like that, because it's like if you don't, you're never gonna have anything. And then once you have it, then you're just gonna be like, now I want something else, And it's like, I already have it. I'm comfortable with it. It's mine. It's always been here. It's always been here. What am I going to do with it? Just hang out with it? Love it? It's already here. Everything I need is already here. I'm just basking in it. Just trying to get a game plan. Just accepting it. Accepting everything I worked for. It's already here, dude. It is. It is. But yeah, man, I'm all these things. I'm worthy. I'm enough. I am abundant. I'm love. I'm light. I'm power. I'm grace. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. I'm impressive. I'm hoping I'm grace. Yeah. I'm infinite pain as well. I just choose not to. I use it. Pain's not negative. Pain's a warning system. It's not even a warning system. It's like a what? No, what? Yeah, I guess warning. I don't know the difference between a watch and a warning. A warning is something, yeah, is happening. So, yeah, it's a warning. But the warning is not negative or positive. That's what I'm getting at. When I think of the warning symbol, it's red. It's red, like hot, like stop. And then I think stop makes me seem like a negative. Because like when you're in the flow, you don't stop, you just redirect. There's no need to stop. You get redirected. You think of a river, unless there's nowhere for it to flow, you don't stop, and then even then you circle. Like if it comes to the end of something near the water, you would rotate and you would just, until you could get out and go again. So like when you're flowing, you never stop. Like you don't, because if you stop, you're resisting. You're resisting the flow, so you just have to constantly keep going, and you just never stop. You just redirect, and it could whip you back uphill or something. I don't know, something crazy, or maybe go back behind yourself, but you just never stop. Because it's constantly going to push you where you need to go. And you're technically you're not in control of, you are in control of where you can go, but you cannot perceive that because you cannot see that yourself because you're down in the water with the flow. But in all reality, your higher perspective is up there, higher perspective, directing you where to go, putting the, flowing with you the water where it wants you to go. So maybe it does stall you. Maybe it whips you in a circle because if you won't make it down the river at the exact time unless you stall for a second. And so like to you just like, this sucks, I'm just going in a circle. Because that's what you feel in the now. But in all reality, you can't see the higher perspective, and we're waiting on something to align. So I just gotta wait here for a second, and I'm just waiting for it to align. Then I'll be released. But it doesn't mean be stagnant in the time that you're waiting, because that's just more time for you to grow and to get stronger and stronger and stronger for battle before you have to go. Get smarter, understand the game more, understand what you're capable of doing, understand your abilities and what you need to do and what you don't need to do and how to use them, when to speak up and when not to, when to meddle with and when not to, when to be silent and when not to. How to do things and how not to do them. Just can't waste any time because you're not. I mean, in all reality, whatever it is that you do, you're technically not wasting time. I just consciously want to make sure that I am getting the best out of my time. Therefore, it's fucking tiring because I'm having to give all of me all the time. So it doesn't give you much time to recharge. It doesn't give you much time to just enjoy being fully charged, which is weird. Because you got to get to getting fully charged first, and then you got to just chill in that. And that rest period is weird to me, man. I feel like if I had... That's what I'm saying. That's why it's almost like you need... I need that other person to help me do stuff, because it's like I need the other person to be lazy with me. It's very hard to explain. Like, I need the other person to really, like, just exist with me, like, in that facet of, like, we can both breathe fucking together, like, because it's weird to, like, be so used to doing things on your own, and then it's like, if that's the case, I'm just not gonna do it. But, like, if someone else needs it too, then, and I know that, like, if I do it, they'll do it, then I'll do it, because I have to trick myself with somebody else. Like that, I push myself with other people, if that makes sense. Like, say there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to do, but if people need me to do that, not them ask me to do it, but me looking at what I need to do to maybe help them become better, then I'll do something that I don't want to do. But I know that it's beneficial for me to do it. I just don't want to do it. That's the logic there. It's like a lot of stuff. You know it's good for you, but you don't want to fucking do it because you know you don't want to do it. But you know in the end, it's beneficial. But it could be dirty in the moment, you know. And it's just pushing yourself, really, and being aware of things like that. But I got to lose a little right now, and it's not that I'm losing. I got to put myself through this battle that I technically don't want to face, but might as well, because if it helps this person or that person or whatever, then it's worth it to me. Plus, I get to help myself even though I don't want to do it. They'll give me a reason. And I use people like that all the time. I should do this for, you know, not that I want, but it inspires me. I just use people to inspire me. Because why not? Why not? Whatever. I'm all these things. I am. My tattoos, magnificent rebel, and I am me. IEVA. And tomorrow will be another perfect day. Who knows what's gonna happen? Whatever does happen will happen. And I holla. Love y'all. Peace.
I'll be a sundown. You got a friend. I'm right here for you. I'll be a sundown. Don't feel alone. You got a friend. Don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. And I mean it when I say it, truly speaking my heart. My love is deeper than the darkness that is keeping the stars. And when you need me, I'll be there to help you weather the storm. Yo, no matter what the problem, for whatever it's on. So remember that when spinning back and feeling alone. I really care, and if it need me, man, just pick up the phone. I'm going crazy, fuck everything, I've been in that zone. Realize it, feeling some facts, you gotta finish your song. You are the key that makes it chord to beat the pieces that bond. You are the teacher of the mind and music playing along. You're just a product of environment, surviving a storm. Now let me take you to my island where the weather is warm. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. You're looking blue and feeling down, and when you're down, I'm down too. But the money isn't everything, your fam's around you. And when I picture you not here again, a part of me die. You're important and a person is a part of my life. Now all together we can make it, from the bottom we rise. So now who cares what they say, we got a part in the blind. They couldn't see it if they magnified it 500 times. They couldn't big it if they had $1 million to try. There is a purpose for your being alive, and I don't deny it. Gotta waken up your eyes to the beauty behind the virus. Inside of us, the cusp for us, see light inside the fibers. Sketches of a life connection made remaining timeless. Lift your head up, sit up straight, meditate on all the options. Exercise the body, mind before your last day. I wish you knew your inner strength would probably blow you away. You got a whole world ahead of you to color and change. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. Nighttime lights out, but I'll find my way. And as the music runs to me, I see the rain get blown away. Seen days come by, clutch controls alive. Cause my road's my own, I know my rose will blow. Hey, don't hide your face, for you and you will. I'll be a sunlight, you got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you. I'll be a sunlight, don't feel alone, you got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. And I mean it when I say it, truly speaking my heart. My love is deeper than the darkness that is keeping the stars. And when you need me, I'll be there to help you weather the storm. You're no matter what the problem, for whatever it's on. So remember that when spinning back and feeling alone, I really care, and if it need me, man, just pick up the phone. I'm going crazy, fuck everything, I've been in that zone. Realize it, feeling some facts, you gotta finish your song. You are the key that makes it chord to beat the pieces that bond. You are the teacher of the mind and music playing along. You're just a product of environment, surviving a storm. Now let me take you to my island where the weather is warm. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. You're looking blue and feeling down, and when you're down, I'm down too. But the money isn't everything, your fam's around you. And when I picture you not here again, a part of me die. You're important and a person is a part of my life. Now all together we can make it, from the bottom we rise. So now who cares what they say, we got a part in the blind. They couldn't see it if they magnified it 500 times. They couldn't big it if they had $1 million to try. There is a purpose for your being alive, and I don't deny it. Gotta waken up your eyes to the beauty behind the virus. Inside of us, the cusp for us, see light inside the fibers. Sketches of a life connection made remaining timeless. Lift your head up, sit up straight, meditate on all the options. Exercise the body, mind before your last day. I wish you knew your inner strength would probably blow you away. You got a whole world ahead of you to color and change. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. Nighttime lights out, but I'll find my way. And as the music runs to me, I see the rain get blown away. Seen days come by, clutch controls alive. hide your face. For you when you break, I'll be a sunlight. You got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you. I'll be a sunlight. Don't feel alone. You got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. And I mean it when I say it, truly speaking my heart. My love is deeper than the darkness that is keeping the stars. And when you need me, I'll be there to help you weather the storm. You're no matter what the problem, for whatever it's on. So remember that when spinning back and feeling alone, I really care, and if you need me, man, just pick up the phone. I'm going crazy, fuck everything, I've been in that zone. Realize it, feeling some facts, you gotta finish the song. You are the key that makes it chord to beat the pieces that bond. You are the teacher of the mind and music playing along. You're just a product of environment, surviving a storm. Now let me take you to my island where the weather is warm. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. You're looking blue and feeling down, and when you're down, I'm down too. Cause the money isn't everything, your fam's around you. And when I picture you not here again, a part of me die. You're important and a person is a part of my life. Now all together we can make it, from the bottom we rise. So now who cares what they say, we got a part in the blind. They couldn't see it if they magnified it 500 times. They couldn't be it if they had $1 million to try. There is a purpose for your being alive, and I don't deny it. Gotta waken up your eyes to the beauty behind the virus. Inside of us, the cusp of rusty light inside the fibers. Sketches of a life connection made remaining timeless. Lift your head up, sit up straight, meditate on all the options. Exercise the body, mind before you're lost, yeah. I wish you knew your inner strength would probably blow you away. You got a whole world ahead of you to color and change. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. Nighttime lights out, but I'll find my way. And as the music runs to me, I see the rain get blown away. Seen days come by, clutch controls alive. Cause my road's my own. I know my rose will bloom. Hey, don't hide your face. For you when you break, I'll be a sunlight. You got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you. I'll be a sunlight. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here. Hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. And I mean it when I say it, truly speaking my heart. My love love is deeper than the darkness it is keeping the stars. And when you need me, I'll be there to help you weather the storm. Yo, no matter what the problem, for whatever it's on. So remember that when spinning back and feeling alone, I really care, and if you need me, man, just pick up the phone. I'm going crazy, fuck everything, I've been in that zone. Realize it, feeling some facts, you gotta finish the song. You are the key that makes it chord to beat the pieces they bond. You are the teacher of the mind and music playing along. You're just a product of environment, surviving a storm. Now let me take you to my island where the weather is warm. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. You're looking blue and feeling down, and when you're down, I'm down too. Cause the money isn't everything, your fam's around you. And when I picture you not here again, a part of me die. You're important and a person is a part of my life. Now all together we can make it, from the bottom we rise. So now who cares what they say, we got a part in the blind. They couldn't see it if they magnified it 500 times. They couldn't be it if they had $1 million to try. There is a purpose for your being alive, and I don't deny it. Gotta waken up your eyes to the beauty behind the virus. Inside of us, the cusp of rusty light inside the fibers. Sketches of a life connection made remaining timeless. Lift your head up, sit up straight, meditate on all the options. Exercise the body and mind before you're lost there. I wish you knew your inner strength would probably blow you away. You got a whole world ahead of you to color and change. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. Nighttime lights out, but I'll find my way. And as the music runs to me, I see the rain get blown away. Seen days come by, clutch controls alive. Cause my road's my own, I know my rose will bloom. Hey, don't hide your face, for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight, you got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you. I'll be a sunlight, don't feel alone, you got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. And I mean it when I say it, truly speaking my heart. My love is deeper than the darkness it is keeping the stars. And when you need me, I'll be there to help you weather the storm. Yo, no matter what the problem, for whatever it's on. So remember that when spinning back and feeling alone, I really care, and if you need me, man, just pick up the phone. I'm going crazy, fuck everything, I've been in that zone. Realize it, feeling some facts, you gotta finish the song. You are the key that makes it chord to beat the pieces they bond. You are the teacher of the mind and music playing along. You're just a product of environment, surviving a storm. Now let me take you to my island where the weather is warm. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. looking blue and feeling down, and when you're down, I'm down too. Cause the money isn't everything, your fam's around you. And when I picture you not here again, a part of me die. You're important and a person is a part of my life. Know what together we can make it, from the bottom we rise. So now who cares what they say, we got a part in the blind. They couldn't see it if they magnified it 500 times. They couldn't big it if they had $1 million to try. There is a purpose for your being alive, and I don't deny it. Gotta waken up your eyes to the beauty behind the virus. Inside of us, the cusp for us, see light inside the fibers. Sketches of a life connection made remaining timeless. Lift your head up, sit up straight, meditate on all the options. Exercise the body, mind before your last day. I wish you knew your inner strength would probably blow you away. You got a whole world ahead of you to color and change. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. Nighttime lights out, but I'll find my way. And as the music runs to me, I see the rain get blown away. Seen days come by, clutch controls alive. Cause my road's my own, I know my rose will bloom. Hey, don't hide your face, for you and you will. I'll be a sunlight, you got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you. I'll be a sunlight, don't feel alone, you got a friend. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. And I mean it when I say it, truly speaking my heart. My love is deeper than the darkness that is keeping the stars. And when you need me, I'll be there to help you weather the storm. You're no matter what the problem, for whatever it's on. So remember that when spinning back and feeling alone, I really care, and if it need me, man, just pick up the phone. I'm going crazy, fuck everything, I've been in that zone. Realize it, feeling some facts, you gotta finish this song. You are the key that makes it chord to beat the pieces that bond. You are the teacher of the mind and music playing along. You're just a product of environment, surviving a storm. Now let me take you to my island where the weather is warm. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. You're looking blue and feeling down, and when you're down, I'm down too. Cause the money isn't everything, your fam's around you. And when I picture you not here again, a part of me die. You're important and a person is a part of my life. Know what together we can make it, from the bottom we rise. So now who cares what they say, we got a part in the blind. They couldn't see it if they magnified it 500 times. They couldn't big it if they had $1 million to try. There is a purpose for your being alive, and I don't deny it. Gotta waken up your eyes to the beauty behind the virus. Inside of us, the cusp for us, see light inside the fibers. Sketches of a life connection made remaining timeless. Lift your head up, sit up straight, meditate on all the options. Exercise the body, mind before your last day. I wish you knew your inner strength would probably blow you away. You got a whole world ahead of you to color and change. Hey, don't hide your face, I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend. I'm right here, hey, don't hide your face. I'm right here for you when you break. I'll be a sunlight when it's dim. Don't feel alone, you got a friend, yeah. Nighttime lights out, but I'll find my way. And as the music runs to me, I see the rain get blown away. Seen days come concerned that you got a friend.